Divine greetings, masters. Thank you so much for joining. This is Madhu Soni, welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group. Thank you for being here and sharing your time, space, and energy with all of us. So, masters, as you all know, we have been going through the book Swadhyaya of Your Soul's Plan, which is being written by Robert Schwartz. So, today we have Gitanjali Rajaram with us. Let me introduce you all to her. And let me also add my spotlight. Yes. So, hello, Gitanjali ji. Welcome to our Light and Soul Meditation Group platform. And masters, when I talk about her, she had been associated with us from past 2.5 years, I would say, right?
Yeah.
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 And so it's been such a wonderful thing connecting with her, and as a person, she's a very sweet and jovial person. That's what I feel, a loving person. And apart from that, she has been raised, born and brought up in Bangalore, and then married and settled in Bangalore as well. But apart from that, she's a mother of two beautiful children, and both are basically, she's blessed with two children. Now both are quite, uh, old like us, and she was actually, she got married in 1977. So her journey, I would say, I should start like that Gitanjali ji is her after marriage name. Her actual name is Kalpana. So anyhow, we won't go into details, but she's born and brought up and raised in Bangalore, and settled in Bangalore. Her father-in-law had actually given her this name Gitanjali by this famous poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. So he named her Gitanjali. And apart from that, both her parents are from spirituality background. And immediately after graduation in 1973, she was initiated by Sant Charan Singh Maharaj Ji by Radha Swami Satsang Base. And so during her school times and college times, she would go for seva, where the Maharaj Ji Satsang used to happen in Bangalore. So she used to help and do the seva, chappal seva on the chappal counter, I would say. But, I would say such a, it's a difficult thing to do, but she did it. But I think at that time, because her heart said and she was doing it, so much more early than our self, I would say that she was there in that spirituality background with her father, mother, both in spirituality. And then she was also initiated and volunteering also, helping also. So which came naturally to her, I would say. And then she got married in 1977, and thereby her spirituality was total cut off. But then she was blessed with two beautiful children. Daughter is in Singapore. She is 43, and son is in Norway, 41. Her husband, Mr. Rajaram, basically is an HR consultant. And so basically after marriage and taking care of family, everything, Gitanjali ji actually is a wedding planner as well, masters, from 3 decades. So that also subsided little bit. But after COVID, as COVID came, so somehow she came into spirituality with the help of Kamaljit Master. She lives in Toronto, Canada. And under 41-day programs, she joined her program and she started meditation again. So it was very wonderful for her to come back into spirituality and with meditation. And before, all this happened, she also helped her father. And he was in the hospital, and that time she was nursing her and helping and giving all the help that he needed. And during that time, her father had told her many things, his experiences, but she never gave that much attention to his father's experiences. But then she only now remembers one thing, that he always used to say that one day you will come into spirituality. And now she remembers that now and then, that yes, because he said, and now she's there. So, and she does not want to go back into this. She feels that this is all illusion. the world is full of illusion. So definitely she loves meditation, she loves spirituality, and definitely as a mother, as a wife, as a grandmother, she would definitely do her all her duties with utmost love and all the good things. And definitely I see her there. And also she had been coming into Hindi meditation classes as well as English also. So now she has chosen to do Swadhyaya as well. I'm very happy and proud. And knowing her, I would say, as every day when I know her, when we speak to her, as if a new petal in the flower opens up. That's what I feel about her. And she looks like a flower to me every time. So thank you so much, Gitanjali ji, joining us, being here and helping us today with Swadhyaya. So welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Madhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. It's all yours.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Atmavandan to everybody.
So,
Good
Masters, one more
morning, good
thing.
evening.
Sorry,
Yes.
one more thing I want to add here. So, Masters, today, when we are going to do your soul's plan Swadhyaya, she is going to read the chapter second, physical illness, and pages are from page number 47 to 57. So, basically 48 to 57, I would say, right? And so, listen to that intently, Masters, and pay attention because the story is very interesting, and also you will definitely understand a lot of soul plan, what plans we have made, why we are actually incurring physical illnesses also. So there are a lot of stories. Let's hear it out from her. So Gitanjali ji, now the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Mhm.
Good morning to me, but good morning to people in India, and good evening to all the others. Madhuji, mm, firstly, thank you immensely for this opportunity, making us freshers feel high at the same time subdued. Kudos for your encouragement, which we can't forget. Okay, now I start. In this second part of the chapter, Physical Illness, the
Ji.
author Robert Schwartz continues to discuss John but introduces a new person, Doris, who's a cancer patient. The previous part, read by Rani Master, conveyed about soul sacrifices and about the physical alarming illness AIDS, which is healing humanity now. We learned why we having a particular illness is painful yet meaningful. It is also transformative. Reading a paragraph from the book, John says that his soul is prompting modifications to his personality in the same way a tailor alters a suit. Like the chalk marks are disappearing and the garment is becoming more form fitting, he says the soul is the purest form of himself that can be. John, in a way, is happy he opted for AIDS because he saw in him a lot of good qualities emerging. The author has another medium, Stacey Wells, like Glenna, who has remarkable abilities to see and to witness so many soul dimensions. Her spirit guide here chooses to be a male to guide her, and he was a highly evolved being. She had the ability to witness the pre-birth conversations between John and his parents, wherein they were not willing to support him as they did not want to face the cruelty and were worried John would suffer and face challenges from the others. She sees the pre-birth conversation with John and his father as souls, but looking like bodies in this lifetime. It's been decided by John that he will experience homosexuality, which may lead to a serious illness and to death also. The author was amazed at Stacy's narration of conversation of John and his father. John's father and mother finally given because of the love they have for John. As per Stacy, John had spent several lifetimes being poor. He knew this illness would bring him down psychologically, but at the same time would emerge strong. As Stacy says, an individual chooses before birth the kind of life he or she wants, which kind of fulfill their wants. Here, John says that he chose the exact opposite type of life he wanted in order to know compassion for others. He was under the impression that his suffering was punishment for being cruel to the people in his past lives, and realized that was not so. John described the session as an eye-opening. It made him realize that there is much goodness inside him than he gave himself credit for. He has a strong sense of purpose that he had in years. For John, his self-controlled romantic and family relationships had become alien to him. Many souls from John's soul group decided to be of service to the humanity and they, no, decide to be of service to the humanity and also to teach their elders tolerance and unconditional love. There was also his school teacher who pitched in to shame him. There were several others who were from his soul group and were his schoolmates. Their guides were behind them to shame John every time, and later none remembered this. Very nicely, the author says, quote, as souls, we know that life is a drama on the earth stage and that we can permanently harmed no more than an actor can be by another actor's lines. Unquote. Stacy says John had a romantic partner in his earlier lifetime. He was not agreeable to insult and abuse John. It was John's assurance that he will not hate him and there will be no new karma attached to him. He assured him that he will work on forgiveness in another lifetime. They had an agreement to experience love, which they did. John's partner also spoke to another group of souls who agreed to go ahead to get HIV and felt it would not only be an individual lesson to them, but also a lesson to their elders to be tolerant and give unconditional love. The dimension of what John's soul group had undertaken was so commendable to the service of the humanity, but had to bear the impact from the society. Stacy says a friend of hers died of AIDS, and it was not soul planned, but chosen while in physical body. This was all because he felt he was not loved and was not willing to end his life. Strange but true, the soul had control to decide which happens on the soul level at night when one is asleep. This way, here, his higher self was in line with him and felt that the simplest way to get out of this life was with serious illness, rather live in sadness. Madhu ma'am, I want to know about this later. If souls travel while we are asleep, and yes, and if we do meet soul group, our own soul group with whom we had planned. One of the reasons people choose major is illness is a form of karmic healing. Here, I want to say now, I understand the spiritual meaning behind this. Being a caregiver of my husband with a serious illness, which has a setback on his mobility, can I say I'm evolving? Absolutely no idea. So Madhu ma'am will answer this for me later.
Yes.
John had super challenging plan as he had options to be incarnated as per his choice in such a way that he could be shunned by the people there. He chose a small town in which invisibility would be impossible. He was courageous and support from his soul group who all played a difficult part and added to all this getting aid. For a soul to obtain an extreme contrast can happen only by incarnation. John's soul group reluctantly but embraced and played the part as planned in the pre-birth sessions to focus on love, both as motivation and as an experience. When he reunites with them in spirit, he will thank them for the roles well played. John had to forgive himself and others and things said about him. His near death experience was an eye opener for his life to continue. Only by embracing darkness one can appreciate light. Illusion teaches us to pursue lessons in spiritual growth. Spirit is love, the universe is love, and we are all love. When we look beyond personality to the eternal soul within, we can recall who really we are. We have designed our own name, and John has removed the mask to show the soul inside. Now, the author talks about Doris, who had breast cancer. We will learn if it was Doris' pre-birth planning or not. A funny incident shows Doris and her school friends who were curious about condoms. They get them and one scrutinized and leave it in Doris' cupboard and totally forgotten. The Doris' abusive and alcoholic mother ransacked into Doris' things and found them. She was abused verbally by her drunk mother and was told that she was fat and ugly, though she was not. Religion and customs were forced on her as a child, so she had to adhere to it. Doris was a virgin, but she clinically got rid of it and felt sex was the best and right thing to do at that point of time. When she was in her mid 30s, she discovered she had breast cancer and underwent treatment. After 12 years, cancer invaded both her breasts and she had double mastectomy. Despite being scared, could deal with her own trauma. She could deal with her own trauma. She tried to counsel other patients in a humorous way so that they were at ease and not tensed. She was a great comfort to others and she touched many lives and felt she was on top. Doris was not a fashionable woman, but she respected other women who gave her support. Always felt cancer was not a liability but a gift to help others and appreciate other women. Lastly, she calls it one-stop surgery for demolition and realignment and no twisting of misery compass. Yes, I'm done, Madhuji.
Thank you so much, Gitanjali ji. It was very quick and thank you so much. Definitely, we had summary of the whole 10 pages master right now. And she had explained a lot of things about not even John, but Doris's, Doris also, and how, she went through all those things. So, your question, Gitanjali ji, first of all, thank you so much for doing the Swadhyaya. It was very quick, very short and sweet, and really amazing, I would say. How could you do
No, because
just
I
do
didn't
it
want
very well?
everyone to be kind of get bored in between. So I said, okay, let me cover the
It's
major
finished.
points and then give
Yeah,
them
yeah.
the,
No, no,
yeah.
that's what I'm amazed. I would say I'm amazed. I don't have a word. Like I can't even explain. It was so quick that I'm like, yeah, I think she's.
No,
I was just falling
I
through the pages.
went,
Where is she? Where is
I
she?
went through this once in the morning and I said, wait, 12 minutes, I'm done. So I better it slowly.
Yeah. If there is anything that you would, by your own self, if you feel that you want to explain something, like you only read. So if like the two stories, Doris's and John's, right? So first it was John and how he experienced AIDS, and then why did he experience? What do you feel about it? And what do you feel about Doris's story? So if you can just shower some light on it through your own words, what do you like? You have read, so what do you understand, basically?
No, what I felt about John was he wanted to, maybe he wanted to go to a higher realm so that so he thought he would once he gets this kind of an illness which is one not only to teach the people
Earthly.
society
Yeah.
in the society
Yeah.
at the same time his mission was he thought as I explained he thought he was it was a punishment for what he had done to other people in his previous lives which later on when he goes into the session he realizes that it was not that he has opted for it which I must say that I was really amazed proud that he could take this kind of a decision to become an AIDS patient. It's not easy to uh, see the society kind of black mark you, know, they blacklist you totally. I'm seeing this with my friend who's suffering a lot, and the very few handful of people know about it. But even then, you know, he himself feels when he comes out and things like that, he feels that people are looking at him in a different way, in a strange way, that he's suffering, though nobody knows.
Correct.
Even
Yes.
then, you know, he feels now that I have shared this yesterday with him, I've asked him to read, and then I mean, like what he feels, so that I want him to get out of this guilt. He's not,
Yes.
he's not
That's
got it
correct.
because it was his mistake. He wantingly he has had it.
Correct.
So this is what I felt. I mean, I'm really, I mean, having seen my friend and reading this John's thing, I'm feel so proud that John has come out with this kind of a thing where a lot of people can understand, I feel.
Now, yeah.
But
And then what do you think
and
about Doris story?
Doris is just starting, so I don't know. We have just
Correct.
only one bit I have given
Yeah.
explanation. There's lot
We have to go through her story and
yeah.
know more about
I
her.
haven't read it
Yeah.
completely. So
Yeah.
that's also interesting because there's a lot of things I just glanced and there is a lot of things.
Yeah.
But then actually, Madhuji, honestly to tell you, I've been a caregiver for many people. Like my mother-in-law would put me in front whenever anybody delivers or anybody is sick in the hospital. This was my turn to go and look after them in the hospital. And I would love to do it because I looked after my mother-in-law when she had a stroke and my father before that
Mm-hmm.
and my mother. So when my mother was, she used to do day duty and I used to do the night duty for my father.
Yeah.
And when she was going past our house in the auto, I would keep a basket ready with her breakfast, with her lunch, and keep all the other things for them.
That's where I was
So
going to
that,
come because your question involves everything. You know why?
yeah,
Because when you are so proud of John's story, you should be proud of your own story as well. That you had been caregiver to so many people, not only to your mother, father, or father-in-law, or mother-in-law. But the thing is, you are also caregiver to your husband as well. And now when
yes,
you are experiencing this, so your question had the same inkling, right? Are you progressing spiritually? Yes, you did. Your persona has become more compassionate, kind towards other people. The way you look at things now is had changed, had become different. Maybe in your
yes,
past life, you might have made fun of these kind of people. Maybe. And maybe there was something that challenged, or there was something that was not okay. And when you went for your own life review, when you were in your past life, basically you took that incarnation and no, sorry, not incarnation. Incarnation is later on. When you saw your own review, you thought, oh my goodness, was I like that, or did I made fun of so many people? Because this is what is coming to me. This is the vibration that is coming to me right now, that maybe you might have made fun of people and that time. So you chose that, okay, let me have this kind of life where I am giving care to those people. So I become more compassionate, more loving towards each and everyone, just showering unconditional love. Apart from that, definitely there have been a lot of other issues also in your life where you have shared that with me, which I'm not going to share here. But the thing is that when I go and understand all those things, I feel that it was your time to understand and give unconditional love, forgiving them, and not take, like, basically that yes, there is love still there in this planet Earth. We can all progress by sharing. So that is where you automatically reached into that 5D state.
mm-hmm.
That is where, because when
During my husband's illness, Madhuji, it was not just him. He
I
was on a ventilator. We had brought him home, and his
got a
sister's
challenge.
son, who stays right behind our house, he was detected with cancer of his kidneys. So they had removed one kidney, and he was undergoing chemo. And I had to take care of him also. I had two patients in the house, one in the hall, one in the bedroom. Luckily, my daughter came down and she said, "You cannot manage on your own." And she moved back to India from Singapore and helped me out.
That's
Otherwise, I
amazing.
wouldn't have been.
And
I
not
was in
only,
a.
yeah, no, but not only that, there are other things also which I have not mentioned. But let us just first take Sanjay ji, and everyone has written a lot of good things about your summarization.
Oh, I
So
haven't
please
read.
do read
Yeah.
on the chat. And yes, Sanjay ji, please,
Yeah,
you can already unmute. Yeah.
sure. Thank you, Gitanjali. It was a quick summary and yeah, crisp too. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
So
if you
yeah, I just wanted to add on the same question to her actually, that whether by giving the service she's going on the spiritual journey. So I think in the same book or the other book from Robert Frost, there is a story. I'll just touch upon it, but we will go over that if it
sure.
comes in the same book. I'm not sure. I
So
read all three books, so I'm all mixed up
Was it
actually.
soul's gift or your soul's love something, right?
Yeah, one of the book are maybe in this itself. We'll see that in later. So there is a story. I'll just briefly
Go
touched
ahead.
upon it. In that story,
Yeah.
actually, there is a husband and wife. So they happily married. Like they were like a school time sweetheart. Then got married, and then they happily married. And suddenly, the husband actually, when he retired, after a week, after a week of retiring, they went to a trip actually, Europe or somewhere. And then that lady was, I think they were in 60s that time. And then suddenly they were having a dinner, and that lady got like some kind of mental disease. And within like a hour, she's totally like relapsed. So
Oh,
that time he called ambulance, and they took ambulance, and they took her to hospital. And then doctor did all the tests, and then they realized that okay, there is some mental kind of disease, and now she will not remember anything, and she'll start losing the memory. And
amnesia or
once,
something.
yeah, once they come back to home, that guy is every day taking care of her, taking her to bathroom, helping her in every single thing, like putting the toothpaste on brush. And then same time he will explain for each of the activity. Like if he's giving an orange, she'll ask what is this, and he'll say this is orange. And then she'll ask after like a 10 seconds, she'll forget, and she'll ask again. Like every single thing what he is going to do with her, like for break, starting from breakfast till the night time, every
Wow.
single thing she'll ask 10 to
He has to
15
repeat
time, and
everything.
without even getting irritated, he'll answer every single time. And then so that way he was like taking care of at that intense level of her. And then he got into like, okay, something is going on with my life here. It's not like kind of like I supposed to be in this kind of situation. Then he got like some contact that you should do your soul regression. And when it went into regression, then things came out that in previous lives you were couple, husband, wife, husband, a daughter, and a father, and like different relationship. And each time you had responsibility to take care of family, and you run away. So this
You,
time when you're planning your life, like your new birth life, or basically new incarnation, then in your soul plan, you both decided, I will take up this challenge again to. And the previous life, he was mother, and uh, that lady was son actually, and then she ran away with somebody. So she left him in a difficult situation and ran away. And then the kid was very small. So then when they met again in after that life, they spoke about it in their birth planning. Okay, I again left due to free will. I couldn't complete that. So this time I'll take it again. But their spirit guide interfered, and they said, okay, this time you take up this role at the end, like towards the end. So if you take it before your retirement, then you will tend to again run away from this situation. So then they decided, okay, I'll take it after my retirement, and that way we'll have that bond, and I'll not have any urge to run away. And he takes care of it and then come out of it. So they were that eventually both of their vibrations went higher from that situation. So that's one of the story we'll see here in this book or other.
yes,
The other way to look at it, it's a karmic balancing also, right?
yes.
So if you have done some harm or something, or
That
you
was
run
the
away from
second.
some responsibility, then you have to fulfill it in some way.
Yes.
Yeah, that is
That's
what
one way.
second
So if you
answer.
have done,
That's what I
right,
wanted to give you.
right. And third way is you are already evolved soul, but you want to do a service to humanity and set an example to the human being, and then to raise the vibration of overall society and human being in earth. Then also people does this kind of work where they take this kind of responsibility,
Yeah, that's
and selflessly they do it, that inspire people and raise ultimately earth vibration.
yes, beautiful,
I agree with
wonderful.
Sanjay ji. Here I want to say, I don't know, I'm openly saying this, Madhuji. Every time somebody, all our friends and any relation, they come and they tell him, we are very proud of, mean, people call me Kalpi and Geeta.
Mhm.
We're very proud of her for the way she's looking after. He gets pretty annoyed. He will look somewhere like this, he will not listen. I look at him and I say, I mean, I wonder why he does that.
No,
Then
because
after they cook,
yeah, one thing that here comes to me is, um, see, it is he chose to be in that
correct.
position because it was your learning. You had to learn. He was already there, but to balance, maybe he had given you that help in the past lifetime. So this lifetime, you are helping him balancing that karma, and there was something that you had to learn, and this is what you are learning. And both of you, after you balance, once you are balancing, once you have balanced that karma, then both of you can progress. Otherwise, both the energies, basically both of your energies are basically stuck here on planet Earth. Until unless you balance your karma, you can't go forward.
I used to get angry, but now, after coming into this, I treat him like he can't do anything. He depends on me. So I have to give my best and then make him comfortable, which is what I'm very calm now. I don't get irritated, nothing. If he says anything, okay, fine.
One more thing
And
that comes to me when you are
yeah,
sharing this, what happens is, with our ego mind, we
yeah,
think that the other person is not ready to take our appreciation. That's what we feel. But the
yeah,
point is, the soul knows everything. The human
uh,
mind tells us that the other person is an ego. That's why he's looking here and there. But the thing is, by that expression also, they are teaching us that don't go for that kind of appreciation. Don't raise your hopes high. Just come down to earth.
yes,
And
yes,
that is the soul inside, the higher self is guiding you, not the person there. And
you're right.
that is where many times when we feel that someone is not appreciating us, it's also because we are not meant to go on that flying high,
Feel okay,
feel
okay,
high, like
okay.
feel high
Yeah,
kind.
this is, yeah,
This is one thing
but
that learning comes, that
correct. From
don't.
the books, yes, yes, yes.
But wonderful, thank you, Sanjay ji.
Yeah, one more thing actually,
Thank you
just
so
on
much.
that same point, Madhuji,
Go
what you
ahead, go
brought up.
ahead.
So
Yeah,
the other soul can be more evolved soul who took this
yeah,
responsibility in this lifetime
that's
to teach you that lesson or raise your vibration in other sense. So that is it happens many times where people takes this kind of responsibility that they go disable and make other person to take care of that person so that the person will learn empathy,
yeah,
compassion, and then
kindness,
what we call like kindness, and then doing work, spreading,
unconditional love.
doing work, unconditional love, basically. So the other person may be the evolved soul to
Yeah,
take
that's
the
what
physical
he.
challenge to teach that lesson to other.
Yeah. And that's why there will be a lot of people in our lives who won't understand us. And some people will make fun of us. But does
Yes,
that even matter? No, it doesn't matter. The point is, if we understand ourselves and we accept ourselves, that is more than enough. Because we both have, like, for in your case, you both have to. So your husband, that is what I wanted to say, that your husband was already on that evolved path, but you did not, and you had that energy with yourself. So you had to learn. Until as you learn, you can't let that person go into higher vibration. So for that, karma balancing was required. And then
yeah,
now you are every day. And not only, see, just imagine, for that you have to go through so many caregiving, like you have to give so many care to, like, you have to give care to so many people. Just imagine. So how much learning you had, why you had, because there was something still missing, so you had to, every person took that chance to go into that problem, any kind of illness, disease, they were on in the hospital, and you are the caregiver. Why you are the only common thing? Because it was the lesson for you, not for them.
yeah.
There was
That
something
I'm
else.
understanding only now, Madhuji.
That is a,
After
see,
coming into
when
this,
we're discussing, so many things come out. And thanks to Sanjay
yeah,
ji, to everyone, even like yesterday when Rani ji was sharing and we were discussing again, so many things came out. So
correct.
every now and then, there's so many, like it's as if we are reading between the lines. Every line says something.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Okay.
And with your
And
story
the
also.
other question I asked Madhuji regarding our soul group, when we
So,
sleep, is it happening?
yeah, it does. I
It
did.
does?
I know. See, from my family, I never visit them. Like I visited them earlier, but now it's different people all together. It's like my soul group who are even in my spirit animal guides, my masters are there. Other people who are living with me in parallel lives. I have visited them. I've seen myself in those lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, you do. And but for that, you should have that understanding. And that is why we all are like, see, it's like I'm amazed at the workings of the universe, multiverse, and I don't even know. Like this is just one universe where we are talking about. Just imagine multiverse. So we have lived so many lives. But when we talk about past, present, and future, they are all linear in the same line. We think the past is back, the present is here, and the future is much forward. But when you look from above, when you raise your consciousness, when you're on the higher dimension, basically what happens? You see time on the same line. See, if a scale is kept down, when you see it, everything is like
Yeah.
the left is here, the right is here, the center is in the middle. So when you look from
Yes.
top, it will be like the scale is there, right?
Yeah.
The measurement scale is there. Same way,
Yeah.
when you run, I would say this way, when we run, okay, we are practicing for some relay kind of race or something, any kind of race. When you are in total high speed, what happens? Everything around you, the person who runs, basically he or she, they can see that everything around them is very frozen. Now the person is only running in speed. But for us, see, this happened to me because I was an athlete. So when I used to run, this was always happening, and I would be one. I would win the competition. But the thing is, I would see people that everything is frozen and I'm running like very slow motion. So this happens. So same way, that is why I understand that time is linear. Now, when the time is running so fast, now what is happening every day, masters? From morning till evening, don't you think that time is running? Time is running every day. Your time is running, and it's so
Yeah.
high nowadays that now the year went by so quickly. 2023. Now 2024 came, and every day it's like now we are already on to which date? 9th of January.
Yeah.
Just imagine. So the time is running very quickly. That means we can change our timeline. We can change our past, present, future, everything. But it depends on us. The more we go on to higher consciousness, definitely we can change everything. Now we can travel to different faraway places. We can, during night time, dream time, sleep time, or even meditation time, we can travel.
Okay.
And we can meet people. Many people come to us. Yes, Sanjay ji, go ahead.
Yes,
I know
so
there are so many things coming
every
on.
one of us does the astral travel basically. So we discussed about it in one of the session earlier. So it's basically every single person, every night we go into that particular state
Some
where
remember,
our
some don't.
the astral travel basically where our astral body will come out basically, and then it goes and meet the higher beings, and based on our like whatever is our energy level, it takes to that level. But yeah, it is true. In short, your answer, every single night we go out from our body and then
It's amazing.
we
We are
visit
here
place
in a
and come
physical
back.
body. We don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
and people are there
Very
who has
amazing.
experienced
Yeah.
it by consciousness also. I had couple of experience where I have seen my own body and then seeing
Oh,
outside also and then travel through. So I can say that with my own attestation.
okay. And also, Madhuji, I met a person who's like Glenna and Stacy. He's a medium. He has told me few things about my family. He has spoken to the soul. It was amazing. After that, I'm reading these books. I never believed him. Now, whatever he said, there's so much truth in it.
Yeah, and just imagine, definitely will take Rupalji, but just imagine when I experienced in my dream time, seeing myself with someone else and also a different family and in different stages. And I would be like, really, in the morning when I got up, I was like, did I see? Who did I see? And also when I saw people, like even I saw Naveenji one day, I saw Naveenji, and you also told me that, Madhuji, you came and you were helping me with meditation, and you said, na, right? One time that Madhuji were there was something very, like, I was not able to meditate. So you took me to a certain room, dark room, and then you helped me meditate. Same way, Harshita ji also told me that Madhu ji, you came in because she was not able to meditate. So I went to her in my dream time, and she saw me that I am there, and I'm helping her meditate. Same way, Naveen ji, basically, see, he's an admin right now with us, helping us. Admin is just, we say, but he's also sitting with us. But the thing is, he's helping me. So I was actually teaching him something on computer in my dream time, and that is what. And when he came to us after 6 months, I was like, this person exists.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So anyhow, yes, Rupalji.
Very nice, Gitanjali ji. Very nice summary.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Yeah, Madhuji, I had a question. Like when you say that she is like evolving, right? Whatever she had done. I mean, in many cases, right? But
Correct.
like while she is evolving or kind of, developing her soul, the other person like react or do something negative way,
Mhm.
are they not creating the karmic, the cycle?
Maybe
Because
that is balancing. Maybe that is balancing, right? We can't
yeah, we don't know,
say.
right? So
Yeah, we
anything
don't know
could be.
their whole story. But right now, as listening and reading to that story, it's basically karma balancing is happening. That's why many people are going through a lot of challenges, physical illness, or also they are actually going through, they are actually, or maybe they have to incarnate again to, live that life to, if they are creating karma. So maybe
Right.
the other person is like with Doris' case, and his mother, her
Mm-hmm.
mother. Basically, what is happening? Her mother is in that state where she is drunk and tore
Yeah.
all his clothes and everything. But now the thing is, Doris is understanding, becoming more compassionate. Maybe in past lifetime she must have done the same thing in a different form. Maybe she might have been a man doing that same thing, doing many other things which we don't even know. So sometimes people do, they complain, why it happens only to me? Why I have to go through so many challenges? Because you must
Yeah.
have, you are just incurring those karma, nothing else. You have to balance, pay for your karmas. So that's what is
Yeah.
happening.
I think very subtle. Each individual has to understand, like,
Yeah.
I would not say
Rupal, if
subtle. I
he
would not say
annoys,
subtle, but it's like it takes a lot of um,
correct.
guts, courage, strength, everything. It is not
Mm-hmm.
easy, like, right? But wonderful.
Yeah.
Rupalji, to answer your question, he may be annoying to me. Now I've changed. I don't negate. I don't react. I become more calmer. So it doesn't kind of. If I also become like that and annoy or revert, retaliate, it's
Oh
not going to
yeah,
help.
yeah,
Both.
yeah, yeah. Right, right. No,
Earlier,
it's not
So as
just
she
like
said,
your,
we are
I'm just
balancing. We are
giving
balancing
example,
now.
but sometimes like, you see like one person is try to evolving, but the other
Yeah.
person is like, it's kind of,
Maybe
doing negative
he
thing more
wants to
and
see
more.
my reaction. Maybe that's how he has decided. He has to see
Mm.
my reaction, kind of calm me down.
yeah,
Right,
until
right.
unless you try and not give any reaction, that is the time you actually show that, not only show, but your soul has progressed. And that is where, like,
Correct.
even
Correct.
just see it in your own, like, see, for everyone, it's for general public, this is just a statement that I'm going to give. It's like, just imagine we as couples, husband and wives living together, and when we are in the earlier stages of our marriage, basically 4 to 5 years, what do? First 2 years we are very lovey-dovey, but after 3 years we are like, okay, you don't do this, you don't do that, and I don't like this, I don't like that. And then later on, after 5 years, what are we saying? I hate you and I do this and I don't like this. We all do that with each other. But then later on, after some time, when we are into that adjustment mode, what we do? We say, have you ever thought what you are doing? Have you seen yourself? Very calmly we say, very calmly. And we look so kiddish, we are going to say like that, so childish. Have you even heard yourself? Like, both the partners can say that to each other. Now, why this state is because your soul progressed from that stage, from the lovey-dovey to the, I don't like this, I don't like that. Lot of things. That's why our soul is progressing and it's actually learning all by all this, means. Yes, Ramesh ji. Thank you, Rupalji.
I want to tell you something from this morning experience. When you were talking about some lady's accident,
Yeah, in Hindi.
and in the Hindi group, and I was doing the meditation, and you gave me the color of fire crystal.
I gave you?
You gave to me in
Wow.
my meditation.
See, I don't know when I traveled during meditation time to her. Okay,
Yeah.
good. That
What
means
that mean?
you needed fire energy, you needed warmth, you needed love, you needed passion, that pleasure, or some kind of fire crystal is basically confidence that yes, you can do something, you are worthy of love. And so you have that strength and courage. So the fire crystal basically, first of all, the fire works here and with your solar plexus chakra. Okay. So
it's going to work now.
It's working already, dear. Okay. So that means the crystal, fire crystal, basically you can definitely work with amber and also citrine. Please do purchase citrine. If you don't have, do use it.
I have a ring of citrine.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. That's amazing then.
Remember when I was asking you about the 7 chakras? That day I bought it.
Wonderful. Rameshji, thank you
Anji.
so much for this wonderful experience telling me as well. When
Thank
I came,
you.
when I went, I don't know. That's what happens, masters. When you teach meditation and when you go and progress, every day when you meditate and every day when you progress spiritually, evolve every day. And when you are helping others, when you are doing the service, not helping, but the service is basically will take you places, but not also take you places. But the thing is, you have to be in that mode of service. Don't ever get that to your head that you are doing that. I'm not doing it. Masters are doing that for me because somebody needs me. It is not me that I'm going. It is masters who knows all of this and you need it. So they sent me my astral body. So your 7 layers of the human body, which we read in the 21-day program, please do understand why we are teaching all of this, because when you start working, when you teach meditation to others, when you help others, everything will work, everything will count. All the bodies will count. Okay. So thank you, Ramesh ji. Yes, Nirja ji.
Hello. A very good reading and summary. I think Rupalji's question was somewhat what I wanted to ask, and that sometimes to make the distinction between when you are trying to, like, I've been a caregiver, just like how Gitanjali ji was saying, but my sister was more of a primary caregiver because my parents were in India, and so we would go like, but for 6 weeks, but she was there all the time. But recently, when we were like talking about, I have another family member who is having some mental health illness, and it is very hard. Like, you try to do kind of approach them, you try to tell them nicely. Finally, like, we were like thinking the same, like, oh, what must I have done in the previous that I'm having to go through this.
Correct.
And then I participated in the spiritual tablets too earlier, and we were trying to figure out what it is. And so only recently, just a couple of days ago, it was interesting that that session that we had was, I was at my wit's end. It was my birthday, and I like, yesterday actually, there were like, I had like so many wishes from everybody, and then one like really, really strong worded hate message kind of, from this close family member. And it was hard, like, and then I was like trying to figure out, and I did not react. I was like, okay, the person must be hurting and going through it. So it kind of tries to put into perspective, but intuitively you feel like you did something wrong. And maybe I was in whatever lifetime, I don't know what role I played and this person played, but um the karmic balance, you never know the whole story. And so I was also interested in like some past life regression and trying to find out, especially after the Dr. Brian Weiss's book. So maybe if you all have any contacts, I'm interested in kind of pursuing that for my personal reasons. But yeah.
But first of all, Nirja ji, a very happy belated birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
We wish from like everyone wishes you a very happy birthday. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. But apart from that, definitely whatever that other person has sent you hard words, whatever, that was their reaction, not yours. It's their way of reacting to things, or their the way they are behaving. Now you are in that state where you don't need to react. It's just you're responding. Or
Yeah.
if you don't want to respond, then just ignore. But the thing is, now because you have evolved, so you are able to understand. Earlier, if you did not even understand, you would have responded them back. How dare you, or how you are saying that,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But now you are in that state where you can take it, and that's why you did not responded that way. Basically,
Yeah.
not even reacted, not responded.
Yeah.
So there are many
It's
teachings that are associated, but I would recommend, for how many years have you been meditating, Neerajaji? Definitely, I know you are definitely doing it for a lot many years, but
from close to 19 from 2000.
2000, okay,
So I started with that Sahaj meditation. I was going deep into it.
correct.
Still a big favorite of Paramahamsa Yogananda and all that. But
Yeah,
I recently got into I'm also going a lot into the religious part of it, just like in terms of not like just rituals, but just the spirituality part of chanting or something that brings you peace. And I do like voluntary service, but yeah, no, thank you. It's helpful because sometimes when we look at it, to remember at that right moment and not react, right? That is hard.
because
And
it says so much about them. It does not say about you. But
yeah,
maybe they were hurting somewhere, so that's why, because they are unhealed, and that's why they are showing that reaction or emotion. So when you just don't react and don't respond to those kind of messages, then definitely you are showing your sense that,
yeah,
definitely in your intuition you could understand that they are hurting. You
yeah,
understand that.
yeah.
But it's
But
always send them love energy, and
yeah,
this is what you can do, and just forgive them for whatever.
yeah,
Ask for forgiveness. If I have done something, like while meditating, address them, bring them, like visualize them in front of your
yeah,
closed eye, and
face.
then just say that if I have hurt you in any way, in any lifetimes, I ask for forgiveness. Or if you have hurt me in any way, or whatever had happened between us, I don't know about it, but I forgive you forever and ever. And if by forgiveness, if this basically ends, well and good. If does not, later on you can definitely end the soul contract also. It's your free will that you can do that. So this is
Yeah,
what
I'm
I
not yet there. I'm trying to get to understand that a little more. I need to kind of, yeah, that's
uh,
right. Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay,
I think Sanjay ji wants to say something, then we can go into
Just
meditation.
sure.
another minute, Madhuji, not
Yeah,
more, and we can get into meditation. So the assets of these all three or four books actually is to master the emotions actually. So whatever things we are going through, the other person or the persons around us are doing that part on our request out of love. Most of the cases where you see somebody's hurting you, it's the lesson to teach you. If somebody, you are loving someone or you are taking care of someone, and if that person is reacting other way, that he is always angry or de-appreciating you, it means they are trying to teach you love, and they are doing this out of your request or out of love only. So we should not go into that way, that that person is not good because I'm doing so much and it's still not doing, so you're not learning that. If we accept it and we still continue to do that, then you master that emotion, they will stop it.
correct.
Same way, if you are doing so much for somebody and nobody's appreciating you, it's a gratitude basically you want to learn in this life. That is your life lesson. So if you continuously doing that, then you will master that gratitude emotion, and your soul will evolve actually. So it's
Correct.
always our own creation basically. Whoever is around us behaving in whatever way, it's our
We have
request during our soul plan where we are requesting these persons or a group of souls that come together and help me to evolve on this emotion, and they will act upon your request.
correct. Wonderful. Thank you, Sanjay ji. Wonderfully said, and so true. Yes, Rani ji.
Just a quick question for
Mm.
Sanjay ji. You just mentioned that if somebody is very close and not appreciating your effort or affection, they're teaching you love. So how will that come as a message of love? Because you'll also have that kind of non-appreciative feeling for towards that person, isn't it?
1 second. Please unmute again, Sanjay ji. Let me make you.
Yeah, that's what actually it will brings you out of that particular emotion, right? So when you are doing something like you are doing a love emotion, basically you are sending love emotion to somebody and they're not replying it to them and they're close one, they are trying to make you strong in that particular place. Once you come out of it, that particular emotion that no, whatever he does, I'm doing unconditionally, then you master that emotion. And that's where that person is behaving for your favor on your request.
So both of us will evolve.
Yes, both of you will evolve. The other person has its own, and these are different circumstances. We cannot formalize it, but there are some karmic one where people does out of free will, and they have to take that emotion in next life. So they will continue on that. So this book says all this information. Actually, what I'm saying, it's based on summary what I went through earlier.
That's interesting. Thank you.
As soon as you start accepting, like, see, it was a big eye opener for us also when we were going through this chapter of chapter 1 and ending it. Basically, when you accept everyone around you and for whoever they are, not only, I think in Thinking and Destiny also it's written like that book. When you accept it, when you accept everyone around you, just imagine those karmic bonds. Now they can be broken basically very easily. You just need to accept. So just imagine for people who say that I don't like my husband or I don't like my wife, or for I don't like my father-in-law, mother-in-law, who, for that matter, whoever it is, right? But as soon as you accept and you are in that state, not because you want to break that bond and that's why you're accepting. No, accepting them for whoever they are, whichever way they are, whichever way they behave, accepting everything about them. Then when you are actually living that life, are you ready to let them go? Because the lesson has been learned by you. Did you get my point, Raniji?
Are you ready to let them go? Like let them leave this
See,
body?
what happens is when there are people living in your life, okay, you are not accepting them, okay? Just the thought to ponder, okay? Thought to ponder. Think about it, because that is what I was just laughing at it. It's so hilarious. Just imagine you are fighting with your husband, okay? You're fighting, or your husband is fighting with I am fighting with my husband, whatever it is. Now we both are fighting. Now I don't like his habits or he doesn't like my habit. Same way with you or with anyone else, right? This happens. And then when we are not ready to accept, we have a lot of resistance, we fight, have a lot of argument, drama, so and so. Now, just imagine the book teaching us, accept everyone as they are, for whatever they are, because this is our karma. This is our destiny right now, because we created in the past lifetime. Now we are living it. Now, when you accept it, because this is your own soul plan, you created it, right? So why go against it? Why resist that plan? So as soon as you accept everyone, all those equations change. Sometimes people might go from your life very easily. Are you ready to let them go now? Now you have lived with.
Oh, I understood. I understood that.
Now you
Because
understand.
their role is done and you learned it.
Yes. Suppose, for example, there's a husband and wife. Now they are 70 years old. Every day they get up, they do the same thing. And now for every now and then they fight. They can't see each other. But now at the 70 years of age, the husband and wife both learned their lesson. They accepted, okay, that this is our life, now I have to live. But in a very rotten way, I would say they accepted. But if a second couple, they accepted in a very good way. Now what happens? Maybe one of them goes away because now the lesson has been learned. It can be anyway. So that's what. Be ready when you accept things, okay? That's what the question is.
It's a little scary though,
Be aware.
Madhuji.
I'm not scaring, I'm
No.
telling you the reality.
I know. No,
Maniji, be
I know
aware.
what you're saying.
Be aware. Now that you're in this
Yes.
spiritual path,
Yeah.
be aware and
Such a
that we
nice
should not
discussion,
have
right?
those kind of negative feelings.
I'm saying just you have to understand that that's why now the word detachment comes. Don't attach yourself to
Correct.
things. Don't attach
Yes.
yourself to relations, because we came here alone, we will go alone. And that is why
Yeah.
these all relations are just to teach us. Be it your husband, wife, sister, brother, father, mother, whoever it is. Even our children, just imagine how evolved they are. So everyone is teaching. And when we are ready to accept, as soon as we accept and as soon as we learn many things, oh my God,
Yeah.
like it just hit me. Oh my goodness. As soon as we accept, things change. But to be in that state, to accept it, you have to change yourself. And when you change yourself for the better, you think now, whoosh, everything goes away. Okay, masters. So Deepak ji has raised his hand. And this is the last question, and then we are going into meditation for 30 minutes only now. We have left. Yes, Deepak ji.
At-
Why always at
Atmavandan
the
to
end,
all.
Deepak ji?
Sorry, I
Sorry.
didn't hear you.
I said, why always at the end?
Well, I like to love to hear, to interact, and then share some views. That's how
Okay,
we
go
get
ahead,
it.
please. Go ahead.
Well, Atmavandan to all.
Great.
It's
You
been
can
quite.
also show your face, Deepak ji, once in a way.
It just hold me on for some time. I'll do. The point here is that the real fact is I have sharing an experience in my life with my wife. She also suffered from cancer for many years, and we were treating her. And her, the best part of it is she never, cried or cribbed about what she's suffering from. In fact, she was in the ICU, and she is able to tell people who are looking after their other parent, what do you call it, the nurses, the doctors, and their family members who's arrived. So she was like, vigilant to help each other in that fashion when she is in the ICU herself. One part. The second part is very, very interesting, which you are talking about. My son, who is also, as I said, is doing pranic healing, told others and told her mother, Mom, before you go, do cut the umbilical cord. So he gave the total rehearsal to her that in this life you should cut umbilical cord, and she was to do it. Like physically, you would make the person cut the cord with her own hand, saying that I release everybody. That's something which I wanted to share, that it was done in that fashion in our lives. So
Wow.
just a few thoughts for me to say how we have also passed that journey.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you for hearing me.
Thank you, Deepak ji. Thank you for sharing your journey with your wife. And definitely I've shared this time and again, but with a different, teaching this time. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, masters, let's go into meditation. Definitely, we have other things to, learn about. Maybe in the next few classes, we will learn many other things. But it was a wonderful discussion again today. So, thank you, masters. Let's sit into meditation. Cross your feet and legs. If you're sitting on sofa and chair, do touch your feet to the ground and let your feet touch the ground. Cross your ankles like this and sit cross-legged. If you don't feel comfortable sitting down, you can definitely sit on sofa, chair, or bed. Clasp your hands and fingers and keep them on your lap and close your eyes. So with 3-4 deep in breaths and out breaths, you can relax your body. If you want to release your breath out through your mouth, that also is okay, comfortable for you and relaxing. It's very relaxing. Just letting out the heavy energy. So masters, without further ado, take your position. If you want to wear your pyramid, do wear pyramids. Take out your glasses, drink some water and sit comfortably. Keep your back straight, but not tight. Keep your neck straight, your head straight and relax. So every second, just try to breathe in very normally, naturally. No force, no competition whatsoever. Breathe in and breathe out at your own pace. Very slow and steady. So take your time. As you are sitting comfortably, masters, with each in breath and out breath, try to consciously attention to your body from crown to your feet. Every incoming breath enters into your brain, your forehead. It enters into the left and right side of your brain. It relaxes each and every part. It enters into the central canal of your brain, where you have your pineal gland, pituitary gland, and hypothalamus. As you breathe in, feel the relaxation happening inside your brain. Keep your face relaxed. Feel the cool incoming breath into your eyes, your ears, and let your jaws relax. Each and every part not only relaxes but also heals as you breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe out, try to let go of any resistance, any thoughts that bother, any pain that bothers. Just release it out and relax. With every breath, as you bring in inside your body, be aware how your breath enters every second into your nostril and goes into all the body parts. Every time you bring attention to any body part, that body part becomes aware and healed. Let your refreshing breath enter your brainstem, your neck and neck muscles. Breathe in into your throat, your voice, and your gut, and relax them as you breathe out. Breathe in into your rib cage, your heart, and your lungs. Let your lungs expand as you breathe in. Let your heart feel the smooth incoming breath as your lungs breathe. Now, as you breathe in and breathe out, feel the incoming presence of your breath into your spine. Feel it and go up towards your brainstem and up towards your crown chakra. Breathe in and feel the pull of every incoming breath as if your spine is breathing. My dear masters, let your spine breathe along as you breathe in and breathe out. Let each vertebrae feel the incoming breath and the outgoing breath. You have the power to heal yourself, each and every one of us. Our breath is our guru. Every breath that comes in has the power, immense power to heal our body, mind, and soul. As you breathe in and go inwards, there's a lot of energy that comes in. That energy releases, pushes the pain out. As you breathe in and breathe out, just any body part that is unhealed or is in pain. Your breath is healing that. As you release your breath, move that pain up through the body and it transmutes into golden energies. Try and do that. Every issue in our body, every problem, pain in our body is just because we have any emotion, any kind of emotion stuck to our body. That emotion, as you release your pain, you heal yourself. Just love yourself. As you breathe in, feel the loving energies of every breath entering every cell. Expand your stomach muscles as you breathe in, masters. Feel rejuvenation happening inside all the three parts of your abdomen. Upper abdomen region, your reproductive region, and your lower abdomen region. As you breathe in, masters, now let us bring our attention towards the lower half part of the body. Relax your hips, thighs, the inner and outer part of your thighs, your knees, calf muscles, shins, ankles, heel, the soles of your feet and your toes. every part of our body, every muscle, every bone marrow, every nerves and veins are all now filled with refreshing breath, rejuvenating energy, totally recharged. Feel that in your bones, in your joints, in your nerves, nerve endings, every vein and artery, blood, in your body, in every cell. Now just relax and let us ground our energies into Mother Earth. Whatever you do, always ground your energies. Feel the pull of Mother Earth energies into your body and your roots, as if you are grounding roots and your roots into Mother Earth. Invoking Mother Earth, last to you. As we enter and anchor our roots, feel her consciousness connecting with her healing, kind, compassionate, loving, harmonious energies, helping you ground and balance your energies. Feel totally one with everything. The universe surrounding your body, your persona, with its energies, the white healing light, all around you. Feel the energies of white light entering your body through the crown area. And as you breathe in, remember that you have this white light surrounding you, around your body, as if this white light is totally elastic and very flexible, supporting you, securing you, and protecting you. This white light protection, which is surrounding you, is buzzing with white light, buzzing with energy. You can hear this buzz sound all around you, as if any energies that try and come into this will be transmuted then and there and will be sent back to the center. So make that intention, Masters, that we are totally protected, surrounded, and secured by this divine white light of the universe. Any energies that try to enter this protective layer, any kind of energies which is not love or which are not love, will be sent back to the center. Any negative energy, any evil or toxic energy, let it transmute and let it send back to the center with love. Now, let us become one with everything. Forget about your body for this while. No mantra, no chanting, no thinking. Just breathing in and breathing out. Be with your breath, masters. Be aware of each and every breath. As you go deeper and deeper, raise your own consciousness. Your intelligence, your consciousness increases. The frontal part of your brain, the frontal cortex, increases as you meditate every day, helping you gain wisdom by raising your consciousness. Just breathe in, masters, and just breathe out. Now, my dear masters, very slowly, let us all get back into our body's consciousness. With each and every incoming breath, feel your body from head to toe. Give thanks and gratitude to Mother Earth and Father Universe for balancing, grounding, protecting, and securing us. Let us give thanks and gratitude to fellow meditators who are there with us today. Let us thank all the divine masters, guides, guardian angels, spirit guides who are helping us when we were meditating or when we were doing Swadhyaya to get this wisdom that we got today from the Swadhyaya. Thank you so much, masters, each and every divine being, ascended masters, and to author Robert Schwartz, and to all those people helping us. Thank you so much. My dear masters, very slowly, let us straighten up our body. Feel your toes, your hands, straighten up your neck and head. Now, very slowly, try to unclasp your hands and fingers and keep the palm of your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And whenever you feel comfortable and ready, masters, try to open your eyes beneath your palm, and with a beautiful smile, you all can come out. Whenever you feel ready, you can come out from your meditation, masters, and whoever wishes to sit more, they can. So thank you so much, masters. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gitanjali ji. Yes, a lot of thanks and gratitude to Gitanjali ji as well. I just, I'm like in a different world altogether. But thank you so much. It was such a wonderful Swadhyaya, so quick and so quick, I would say, so quick and so quick. I don't have any words right now.
Thank you.
But you really did a wonderful job, and through your question, we actually discussed so much today. We learned so much, basically.
Yes, we did.
Thank you so much, Gitanjali ji.
I had a lot of white light, Madhuji, today. I had stars kind of floating, white silver stars.
I could hear the buzzing sound, buzz, 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 continuously round, round, round circle around us. And that was like happening.
Yeah.
Protection. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Gitanjali ji.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Gratitude.
Thank you so much. So, masters, with that, we can end the session. If anyone has any experience to share, apart from Gitanjali ji, like how she shared today, please do share, or we can definitely end the session. So I hope you all had a wonderful time, wonderful meditation happened for you all. And with that, we can end the session. Let's meet tomorrow. And tomorrow is, I believe it's Rupalji's. Yeah, I think it's Rupalji's Swadhyaya. So we'll meet tomorrow, masters. Till then, have a wonderful day, relaxing night from whichever part of the world you are joining in. May we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. May we all practice meditation. May we teach others meditation and help them awaken as well. Thank you so much, masters. May we all be abundant, prosperous, happy, joyful, and peaceful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gitanjali ji. Thank you.